So good morning, everyone. I'm really privileged to be here for the second time in the Pharmacy Career Conference. Thank you very much, Rafa. Maybe we lost her. Get back to her soon, inshallah. I would like to thank Rafa for her nice words and kind introduction. I would like to thank Dr. Mona for her invitation. I'm really privileged to be here again. And I will just go in line with what Dr. Samia has said. Actually, she just mentioned a few things that is very, very in line with my talk today. She was speaking about how they moved and changed for patient advocacy line and how this was really impactful. So my title today is Spark the Change from Within. It was actually funny yesterday. I'm just gonna say this in Arabic maybe. امبارح بحكي مع زوجتي بقولها بدي اعمل rehearsing. I will just gonna do rehearsing in front of you. So my wife was like, okay, wondering, what's the talk? Oh, interesting. I would just like to know the title first. So I said, spark the change from within. يعني اشعل التغيير من داخلك. I was very excited and very enthusiastic. So she looked at me, okay, but why I need to change? I thought, okay, this is a good question, but I'm not gonna say like you are bad, so you have to change. No, at all. No, there are some bad things we do that we have to change to get better. So we have so many good things. We just have few things that we might need to change in order to get better and better and improve our career and life. So Spark the Change from Within is gonna be about how we change. I promise you that this talk is gonna be a life changer for some. You know, this word, actually what motivated me to do this talk and investigate into this topic. Some. Why it's always some? Why thousands of people attend motivational speech, but only some of them, get that positive attitude and positive feeling injected into them, and just days after that they will get just back to their normal state? And why many people read about time management and they try to fix things? So I'm not sure how we're gonna change the slide, but I hope, we'll get some sort of intellectual linking, Anyway, so what I was saying, that many people read time management books in order to maybe improve their time management, get things done on time, but only few days, and people, they just stop trying and get back to their normal life, their messy life, let's say. And on the other hand, many people watch YouTube videos, for example, to improve their diet, to get slimmer. They really lose weight. They try to make this change happen. They lose some kilograms, but only few months, and they will get it back, and maybe they will put in some more weight. So what's going in there? So that was the main motivation behind my speech. Why some people do change, and why many people do not change. Even if they want to change, they cannot make it. Can we go to the next slide, please? So obviously it's not straightforward. If we hear this quote from Bob Proctor, he says, we just gain information. We don't really have deep understanding on how to use them. So all of these books, videos, speeches we attend, it adds to our knowledge, but not really. It changes our skills, behavior, and habits. So there is something deeper we have to look at. If we go to some stats, next slide, please. You're going to find that only 14% do impactful success in their lives. So 10 times more, achieving 10 times better than other people. And only 3%, what we call cream of the cream, do pronounced success in their lives. So 83% of the people are not really able to make impactful success. So if we go to the next slide, we see that so many people in this slide. And if we go to the next as well, we find only those people like around average in many stats, average 15%, between 10 and 20%, who really do something different. If we see the pyramid of success, this was suggested by John Wooden a long time ago, and it actually talks about the recipe of success. It has so many things. It has skills. It has certain personality, like loyalty, certain character, time management, leadership. So many things are integrated into that recipe in order to make this success happen. But can we go to the next slide? Yeah. Do you think that these people, all of them, like these 15%, let's say, they were born with the success recipe? I do believe that's absolutely not true. No way those people have been born with the success recipe. Yes, they have maybe some aspects that they really enjoy in their lives, but there are others were actually improved from scratch. So if we go to see this and listen to Richard Branson, maybe we'll get better idea why success can be achieved by these people. Every success story is a tale of constant adaptation, revision, and change. So what characterized these people? That, can we go to the next slide, please? That they know and they have what we call it the know-how. They know how to change. This is very important, guys. This is really important. If, like, all of us were born, I believe, in a certain level. Some people are more intellectually active than others. Some people, they have more social skills than others. Some people, they weren't with certain talents. But in order to have this success recipe, we have to change many other aspects in our personality. And to know how to change is actually what matters. To know how to make the change happens. Change in our habits, in our behavior, in our character. All of these need really be able to understand it in a deep concept in order to make it change. If we go to next slide here, and this is, I will just address the main question of this talk: how to make the change happen, how to fix things. This is really important to know how to fix our defects. So let's suppose that we are dealing with punctuality issue. We have this person who always come late. Come late to the lectures, to the lessons, to the meetings, to the even gathering with the friends. He just known that he is the one to come late all the time. Now, just, because it becomes so annoying, I just feel that it's time for change. How usually this happens in our lives? It starts with what we call it awareness. So we first of all have to know that there is a problem. There's a problem that I have to fix. So there is a change needs to happen. But do you think awareness is enough? So, I mean, many people are aware that they do have problems, but at the end of the day, they don't have these problems fixed. They don't really change. Maybe then the second one, which is the desire. So I really have this positive feeling towards changing. Is it really the desire what I lack? I mean, absolutely, this is positive and important step forward. I have to know, first of all, that I have a problem. Then I have to have the desire to fix that problem. But many people have the desire, yet they don't change. because they have to take action. So action, doing the right thing, is really important in order to get things fixed. We can't just have the knowledge, we can't just have the desire. We need also to do something on the ground in order to have things changing in our life. However, many of these actions taken by us is just temporary. What make it permanent is to convert it into a habit. Nice. This is absolutely crucial to, guys, to keep it in mind. We can fix things, but it's gonna be always superficial if we don't make it as a habit that is integrated inside us. It becomes just part of our character. So here we go to the bottleneck. And many people actually struggle with this. So some people, yes, they make it to the new habit, but many of them, they are just stuck in their old habits. What's going on here? We have to search in our mind. And it's guys, it's not just I'm gonna be more punctual. No, this is not the answer. This is not the solution. We have to go inside our brain to and think why some people make it to the next level and why many people are stuck in their old habits. These questions are very important in order to get things clearer in our head. So the thing here, if we wanna solve this issue and maybe working towards establishing the new habits, we have to realize a key player here, something that plays in our subconscious, something subliminal but very powerful. It's called paradigm. Paradigm يا جماعة معناها طريقة التفكير. Okay, منهجية التفكير, how this brain operates. I have a paradigm that really aligns everything around me in a very systematic way. This paradigm will actually align all words I'm saying, will actually, let's say, control all words I'm saying. It will control all actions I make. It actually will control even the habit. So in order to make the change, first of all, we have to get into our brain, into our subconscious, understand what we call it, the paradigm. So going back to the example, can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So here, what we call it, the inside out approach. So we start from our brain. That's how this Stephen Covey, one of the most important authors in this field. There is something he suggests called inside out approach. So first of all, we have to change the paradigm so that our thoughts will be aligned better with this, and then we will be more of control in our actions. Then this will get into a certain habit which will make our character, and finally our character will really be heading into our destiny. So maybe going back to the example, how to fix punctuality issue, how we usually think about this. It's I mean, many people think the reason is just I'm lazy. I just like sleeping. That's why I go late to my lectures. That's why I go late to the meeting. I'm just lazy. Or maybe I don't know how not to procrastinate. I have this procrastinating issue. Or even deeper, I have an issue with priorities. I don't really how to prioritize so that I always have things on time. I can reach on time to my meetings and important events, and even not important events. The quick fix is just, everyone will think, okay, this is, of course, this is a time management issue. Yes, it could be a time management issue. And attending a course, again, will make an impact on some, but not everyone. Why? Again, we have to ask a deeper question in order to make it into the new habit, in order to make this time management to be part of our personality, make it as a new habit, make it as a part of our character. We have to convert it from being temporary to make it more permanent. So make it more permanent, as I said, needs to be a habit, and here's the bottleneck. So in order to make it as a habit, we have to think about our paradigm, how our brain operates in this example. So let's go, for example, to the So searching into our brain, asking deeper question, what might be the cause? Yes, of course, there's a problem with the time management. I do agree, but not everyone is able to change his habit and make better time management. Then there is another underlying problem. We have to ask deeper question in this case. Why others, for example, why others get so annoyed by me, like, for example, going late to the meeting or gathering? The next question could be, do I look like valuing my time more than theirs? Of course. I mean, those people who are always late to their meetings and gathering, they do feel that you don't value their time as much as you value your time. So there is something inside in our subconscious that has things to do with the respect. So there is a respect issue, first of all, has to be fixed in our mind. Once we feel that we have to respect others, we have to value their time as we value our time, we have to treat them as I want them to treat me, then paradigm shift will happen. We will change this paradigm and make it, we make this, can we go next? Next, please. So this respect issue, if it becomes as part of our paradigm, as we show in the next slide, it's gonna be kind of a magnet that aligns really well all of our actions, our words, our behavior, and of course our habits. So everything I say, it will be as part of my respect concept, my respectful paradigm. I will not say something bad. I will not do something bad. I will not behave badly just because I always want to respect others. So before going to time management courses, I have first of all to fix this problem into my paradigm. Think really deep. What is making me always late? And one of the things you can think of course, in this case, the respect. So once you have the paradigm is derived by purpose. So يعني لاحظوا يا جماعة, لاحظوا معي. Please note, the paradigm here was derived out of respect. So I do believe that I have to be very respectful. This is translated into a paradigm, something into our subconscious. This will, of course, generate a very positive words towards others, very positive action, attitude, and of course, a nice habit that I will be benefiting from at the end. So paradigm, once it is derived by our purpose, our goals in life, then paradigm can work for us instead of working against us. This hidden force will be actually making us always working toward improving. Once we are respectful to others, always trying to be truthful, trying to be honest, trying to be trustworthy, all of these principles, trying to serve our community, all of these principles, will make our paradigm being programmed positively in order to reflect at the end of the day on our, as I said, character. I will just share personal experience that maybe could be of help. بعرف يعني اول شيء حتحكوا شو هالكذبه اللي بدا فيها, this is just a lie, يعني you are not that handsome. I know guys, يعني ما في داعي حدا هيك يعني يكسر مقاديفي. اوكي بس يعني let's go to our main يعني issue here. So when I was young I have two main maybe let's say يعني one of my issues was having a stubborn attitude or a stubborn habit. So at very young age people started to get annoyed. يعني I can feel it, and it was the most troubling me at the college time. So I started to hear it a lot from my friends and my family that you please Muhammad, one time try to get convinced, one time try to see the other point. Then I was thinking maybe I have to change. This is the awareness I was talking about. Yes, I was aware there's a problem. Yes, then I have the desire to change it. Then I said, okay, let's take action. Let's pretend that I do agree. So when some people's coming, getting into a certain discussion, I keep, okay, yes, I do agree. But once the discussion is heated, I just quickly go back to my old habits. زي ما بيقولوا يعني غلب التطبع. ليش؟ لأنه التطبع عندي هون is really weak. It's very superficial. So I just go back to where I was once I have a heated situation. So I said, okay, maybe there is something deep inside I have to change. I have to search into my brain. I didn't know that this is called paradigm. But of course, as we see in the next slide, I was thinking deeply into this. I had to ask myself very deep, direct questions. Sometimes they are really tough, but they are really important as well. So the question was, am I very smart to the extent that I'm always right? I have to win all discussions? Of course not. I'm not that smart. Are others so stupid that to the extent that they always appear wrong? Of course, not everyone is stupid. Probably we all share similar range of intellectual, levels. Then I got it. Is it arrogance? I mean, I was really shocked the first time I was thinking about this. Am I arrogant? Is that a source of arrogance? What makes me behave like that? This this is what we call the paradigm shift. Now I know it. Now I need to first of all be more humble. Then I will work on myself to get more smooth argument and discussion, and how learn to present my opinion, how to respect others' opinion. So first of all I have to be humble. This is it, guys. So the second experience of mine that I was really shy. So I in certain circumstances I got this anxiety to socialize with, especially with the new people, with audience, presentation. I got just sweating. I turned red. So these physical things was so annoying. And this is not a habit, but it is kind of character that is integrated into me in a certain way. I know my physical my genetic and physical factors are playing a big role here. So I thought, okay, since it is physical, maybe I have to work physically with that. So I have to take some medicine to reduce, to reduce these symptoms. I would say that works only a few times, but at the end of the day, it nothing changed. It was very kind of painkillers, something that is يعني impractical, and it just produce very transient solutions. So can you please go to the next slide? And again, I had to think about it so carefully, so deeply. I have to ask myself questions in order to get the change I thrived for, because it was really an annoying problem. It just prevented me from from going forward towards my goals and my purpose in life. So I asked myself questions. One of the most important one was, anyone really cares at all? Anyone really care if I got sweating or get my face, red color or something? After observing so many incidents, I just noticed that people do not remember that. People do not remember that you've been through this experience. I am the one who feel it the most. And again, it's aha. I started to think, okay, probably part of this problem, not physical. It's just because I feel I'm the center of this world. So the paradigm shift here work very quickly. So I have first of all to convince myself and my paradigm that I'm not the center of this world. I'm not actually the person who everyone is talking about, is thinking of, and is trying to observe what he's doing. So I'm just a normal person. Once I have this deep into my mind, I started to sort out this problem from deep inside, as I said, in this approach, what we called it inside out. Of course, that takes so long to make the change happens, in either case, being stubborn or shy. But it all started from inside, from asking deep questions, answering something really deep into my brain, reprogramming my paradigm, which finally controls my thoughts, and then controls my actions, and that controls my habits, and this will form my character. And this, of course, will take me to the destiny, to my destiny. So I'm not saying that paradigm shift is the only thing requires for change. So many things are required for change. But basically, if we work it as inside out approach, do the paradigm shift first, then the rest of it would be actually as a consequence. Yes, it's going to take time, but it's going to happen at the end of the day. It's going to be permanent. So I have, of course, many things have to be out there after the paradigm shift. For example, being self-aware all the time, monitoring what's going right with me, so I keep it. What's going wrong with me, so I have to change. I have to keep repeating to my mind that, yes, I have this problem, I have to change it. I have to be persistent for this change. I have to practice new techniques that makes me change. And I have to observe the progress, and very important here is to reward myself. I have to reward myself to make in the very first incident. So in the first time, I was not stubborn in a discussion. I was easy, I was smooth. I have to reward myself. So next time I have even more courage. Even, it's not going to happen all at once. So from 10 times, maybe I will have one success story. From another 5 incidents, I will have one. From 2 incidents, I will have one. So rewarding myself will actually gain me the momentum for, making this change permanent. So change is not only about paradigm shift, but I do believe it is the thing that we have to, first of all, think about and change in order to get my focus onto other things. Because if the paradigm is wrong, everything else we're gonna do next is gonna be not really helpful, or at least will be producing some temporary results. So just remember this: old thinking will generate same old results. This is really important, guys, to think. This is what it's all about in this talk, because this is gonna make us really change our thinking style, our paradigm, and of course from here we can change everything else. Finally, I would say people who are interested into making this change, they can read a few books. One of them is that's of course a very inspiring book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think many of you have heard of it. Another one is called Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life, for Bob Proctor, and many other books actually can be found there, like Atomic Habits and Achievement Habits. All of them will be discussing something around this. Finally, I would like to tell you that I do some videos on Instagram, principally to encourage and promote changing in ourselves and in our community. So you can follow me on Instagram to see these videos. Thank you very much for attending, and again thanks for Dr. Muna and Rafa. Now Rafa is back, I think. Thanks for hosting me.